Few figures in history have captured the imagination like Cleopatra. She was the last pharaoh of Egypt, a woman of extraordinary intelligence, beauty, and ambition. Her life was a tapestry of love, power, betrayal, and tragedy set against the backdrop of one of history's most transformative periods. But who was Cleopatra? Was she a cunning seductress, as Roman propaganda claimed, or a shrewd and capable ruler fighting to preserve her nation's independence? Today, we unravel the true story of Cleopatra, Queen of the Nile, and explore how her legacy has shaped history for over 2 millennia. Cleopatra VII was born in 69 BCE into the Ptolemaic dynasty, a Greek ruling family that had governed Egypt since the time of Alexander the Great. By the time of her birth, Egypt was a shadow of its former glory, caught in the grip of political instability and economic decline. The Ptolemies, though foreign rulers, had adopted many Egyptian traditions to legitimize their reign. Cleopatra, however, stood out. Unlike her predecessors, she embraced the Egyptian language and religion, presenting herself not just as a ruler, but as a living goddess. Her world was one of intrigue, where alliances were forged and broken in the struggle for power. Rome's influence loomed large, and Egypt's independence hung by a thread. This was the stage upon which Cleopatra's extraordinary life would unfold. Cleopatra ascended to the throne in 51 BCE at just 18 years old, co-ruling with her younger brother Ptolemy XIII, as was customary. But their partnership quickly turned into rivalry. Cleopatra was ambitious and determined to rule in her own right. Forced into exile by Ptolemy and his advisors, Cleopatra began plotting her return. Her opportunity came when Julius Caesar arrived in Egypt in 48 BCE, pursuing his rival Pompey. Cleopatra famously had herself smuggled into Caesar's quarters, wrapped in a carpet, to plead her case. Impressed by her intelligence and charm, Caesar supported Cleopatra's claim to the throne. With his military backing, she defeated Ptolemy and reclaimed her position as queen, sharing the throne with another younger brother, Ptolemy XIV, whom she quickly sidelined. Cleopatra's alliance with Julius Caesar was both personal and political. Their relationship produced a son, Caesar, whom Cleopatra declared as the heir to both Egypt and Rome. Together, Cleopatra and Caesar toured Egypt, displaying their power and wealth to the populace. For Cleopatra, this was a chance to solidify her legitimacy as ruler. For Caesar, it was an opportunity to secure Egypt as a valuable ally and resource for Rome. Their relationship, however, was controversial. In Rome, Caesar faced criticism for his affair with a foreign queen and for elevating her son's status. When Caesar was assassinated in 44 BCE, Cleopatra's dreams of a united Egypt and Rome were shattered. She returned to Egypt, now more vulnerable than ever. After Caesar's death, Rome descended into chaos, with power divided among 3 leaders, Octavian, Lepidus, and Mark Antony. Antony, a brilliant but impulsive general, summoned Cleopatra to meet him in Tarsus. Cleopatra, ever the strategist, arrived in grand style, dressed as the goddess Isis, captivating Antony from the moment they met. Their alliance was forged in passion and mutual interest. Cleopatra provided Antony with resources for his military campaigns, while he strengthened her position as queen. Their relationship scandalized Rome, where Octavian used it to paint Antony as a traitor corrupted by a foreign queen. Cleopatra and Antony's love story was marked by triumphs and setbacks. They had 3 children together and ruled as if they were founding a new dynasty, but their ambitions brought them into direct conflict with Octavian. The conflict between Antony and Octavian culminated in the Battle of Actium in 31 BCE. Antony and Cleopatra's combined forces faced Octavian's fleet in a desperate bid for survival. Betrayed by allies and outmaneuvered by Octavian's superior strategy, Antony and Cleopatra suffered a crushing defeat. They retreated to Alexandria, where they prepared for their final stand. As Octavian's forces closed in, Antony, believing Cleopatra dead, took his own life. Cleopatra, now alone, faced a grim choice: humiliation as a prisoner of Rome or death on her own terms. On August 12, 30 BC, Cleopatra chose death over captivity. According to legend, she used an asp, a venomous snake, to end her life, ensuring her immortality in history and legend. With Cleopatra's death, Egypt became a province of Rome, ending centuries of pharaonic rule. But Cleopatra's story was far from over. Roman propaganda vilified her as a seductress, overshadowing her intelligence, leadership, and political acumen. Over time, Cleopatra became a symbol of feminine power, resilience, and the struggle against overwhelming odds. Her life has inspired countless works of art, literature, and film, ensuring her place as one of history's most fascinating figures. Cleopatra was more than a queen, she was a force of nature. Her intelligence, charisma, and ambition left an indelible mark on history. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Cleopatra's extraordinary life. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. What lessons can we draw from Cleopatra's legacy? Let's continue the conversation and keep the memory of this remarkable queen alive.